Hey guys, sad news today. Feeling a bit sad. Ada died yesterday. She was had developed some kind of mass and it was blocking her from eating, and she was pooping a lot of melena, which is what happens when you've got like a pretty bad case of bowel cancer or a bowel obstruction or something like that. She was having a bit of a bad time of things. We got her confirmed that she was quite unwell at the vet on Thursday. We brought her home for Thursday night for the kids and, to sort of get our heads around it. But I think if I could do it again, I would have just saw to it on the Thursday, because we had a pretty miserable night on Thursday together. Had to sort of sleep in with her, and she was up and just a bit not herself. She was distressed, and we had her on pain relief, and she's always been, the same. Me and Teresa were joking, the same persistence that would have her just nibble at a certain spot on the fence for hours and then get out through it. That same persistence she was using it to fight the pain relief all night and fight the drowsiness all night. And it's very typical of her, but we had a bit of a bad time of it together. She was just, she didn't want to be away from me, and she was a bit, just obviously upset and obviously distressed. So yesterday at about 5 p.m, she said it's on the 13th, we had her put to sleep at the vets, and it was nice. Me and Teresa sat with her, and I sort of held her dumb little face in my hands, and she sort of watched me until the lights flickered out. So it was incredibly sad, really. There's no other word for it. But also, she was a 14-year-old dog, and she had a pretty good life. She had a remarkable last year or something, being able to do all the things that she could never do when she lived with Cedric, because her and Cedric were sort of a package deal, largely outside dogs. Once Cedric was gone, she was basically a cat. She was an inside dog. She could do whatever she wanted. She was generally would just pick a spot towards the end on the rug and just sleep and listen to us all, and just come up and have pats and things. So she had a great sort of retirement, and she had a really great life with Cedric and a few different places we've lived. And she's had some adventures. She got bit by a snake once, and she powered through that. And she's had lots of walks and lots of things. She had a good life. So I'm just sort of listlessly walking around the yard, just getting rid of all the stuff. So it's a sad thing. We've buried her next to Cedric. Put a little garden bed on top of her. I put her about 3 feet deep, and then put some good soil and some composting worms and that sort of stuff in, just to help her return to the planet, to use a Final Fantasyism. And maybe the cherry tree we planted on hers will mix with the cherry tree that we've planted on Cedric's, and they can make some fruit together. Who knows? Anyway, that's just that. Nothing else for it, really. She's in a lot of the videos, and the channel's bloody named after her, so don't know what I'll do with that now that they're both gone. I'm certainly not in a rush to get another dog. If I do that again, I'll do it right when I'm right and ready. So sorry, spoil your day with my sad news, but I figured I'd have to let everyone know at some point before the "How's Ada doing?" question started. There we go. All right, so for the next videos, I've actually filmed a video about a week ago that I'll probably put up in the next couple of days. That was obviously before this took a complete nosedive. It probably was, realistically, she's been a bit average for the last 3 months. She's had arthritis for a long time, but I was getting her medicated for that. I was getting her the injections for that, which did help and got her Azumi's back. But then, when she stops wanting to go for a walk with you, something's on the decline in a husky. And at 14, she was unlikely to have survived any surgeries or anything, nor was that a particularly good use of resources anyway. When Husky's 14, they're pushing the limits of their life expectancy. So anyway, she did good. So, and she was herself all the way up to the end. She even fought the first little round of the really good drugs, like the opioids they give them to really settle them down. She braced herself, and just typical husky bullshit. I'll tell you. All right, maybe I'll put a little montage with a little song that I like about these sorts of things. I'll put that perhaps now, make us all feel very sad or very happy. Who knows? All right, bye-bye.
Time is an illusion that helps things make sense. So we're always living in the present tense. It seems unforgiving when a good thing ends. But you and I will always be back then. 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 Singing will happen, happening happened. Will happen, happening happened. And will happen again and again. 'Cause you and I will always be back then. If there was some amazing force outside of time to take us back to where we were, and hang each moment up like pictures on the wall inside a billion tiny frames so that we could see it all, it would look like will happen, happening happened. Will happen, happening happened. And will happen again and again. 'Cause you and I will always be back then. 'Cause you and I will always be back then. 'Cause you and I will always be back then. That's why you and I will always be best friends.